But let me ask you. I don't want to get down. I want you to listen to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Let's just do it the way that I'm talking about.
Okay.
At 65 years old, and you are, and and you can't work anymore. No one's going to hire you. You can't go earn another dime. And if you live to be 85 years old and you don't make the number like most people, who's going to take care of you?
Okay, so here we go. She doesn't know what to answer. That's why she's keeping quiet, right? She has no retirement plans. That's why she can reply Kevin Samuels at that particular point. You understand what I mean? But let's keep watching because you can't really believe what her plans is. Check this out.
I would hope my kids would help me out, but
That's fucked up.
it's so fucked up. But you know what? In this moment in time, I'm single.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, that's really effed up, man. She has no plans. Her retirement plans is her kids and her daughters. Remember, her daughters is going to go out there to get married and start building a whole new home. She doesn't have a male child that can, take care of the mom the way he should. You understand what I mean? And it's really crazy. I mean, there's nothing bad if your kids take care of you when you're old, but it's like you're putting all the burden on them, man. Trust me. But let's keep watching.
And this is why I do what I do. Because, ma'am, your children deserve to live their own lives.
And they will.
No, ma'am, they can't. Because if you have two daughters and they're married, don't you think that? Excuse me. Don't you think those men that marry your daughters and go off and start their own families, they don't want to be burdened with your elder care because you did not plan it? See, this is what I mean. Women have children as a security measure. In places they don't talk about, these children are the retirement plan. Because they don't make it because, ma'am, you did not decide to go to college or to get some sort of skill, to get a profession, to put yourself in the kind of lifestyle you're talking about. You did not make that choice. Now at almost 30 years old, you think you can just go too far. See, if people honestly this is why I did this broadcast about Needy Nelly. University of Southern California USC targeted women with a $115,000 online social work course. Targeted them, $115,000 in debt for a job that paid $48,000. Ma'am, what you do right now, the average is $30,000 a year, not $200,000. Ma'am, listen. In order for what you're saying to work, you have to be the one person that wins. You are not sitting around 10, 15, 20 women in Rhode Island who are averaging $200,000. They're not. Your team, your group. How much does your VP make?
My VP, he's at like 750,000 now. He's my executive. He's my executive. So
exactly. And how much does your manager make?
My manager makes about like 65,000.
Thank you. I know too much about this.
No, absolutely. No, listen.
So bottom line is what you're doing. What you're talking about. So what you're talking about, you have to become a top 0.1% female earner. That means you have to go out into the world and compete with people who are selling for Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, Fidelity, and then all the major houses. Hold on.
Okay, I'll let you.
Because the bottom line is, ma'am, You got to go compete against everybody selling these financial products, and you're independent with no network and no marketing.
Well,
These
let's
you
be
don't
honest.
do. No, you need to. No,
No. But all right. So the companies that
stop,
you just named,
stop,
but can you
stop,
just stop
stop.
for a second?
No, stop. I'm
All right.
not
So
done.
okay,
Stop.
I'll let you finish. But is this
Do
information you
you
guys
know
up?
any? Do you know any people? Do you know any people with $250,000 or more to invest?
I do not at the time.
Then where are you going to get potential clients?
I have to start getting myself around more like-minded people. Start,
And this is why I get so upset, because I'm a 20-year salesperson and I understand what it means to build a network. And they tell you, ladies, that just because you have this license and you can sell it, that it happens. It doesn't.
yeah, it's not gonna happen overnight.
It's
And
not going to happen.
I'm like, I've learned that the delayed gratification. It's
not going to happen.
It's not gonna happen overnight.
It's not going to happen, period.
5 to 10 years, but it's going to happen because I'm going to work for that.
People with money invest with competent people. They
Right.
keep it incestuous. They don't go take a risk on man, I'm telling you how people with money move. I know what I'm talking about.
I know. No,
You say it's going to happen. In order for it to happen, you have to sell to the market. The market. When someone calls in and says, I'm with Merrill Lynch, I'm with Goldman Sachs, I'm Fidelity, you are saying, I'm with Miscellaneous Chicken Rhode Island Independent. They're going to say,
I'm with World Financial Group.
World Financial Group. Okay. And who is that compared to Goldman Sachs, Merrill, and all these other things? And then they go and say, okay, cool. They're not even taking your call. Have you made one solicitation call? Have you called one person to try to book an appointment?
No, I've just reached out to people.
Thank you. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. In order to get business,
like over 50.
I'm talking to the audience. This is why it is so important for me to talk about this. Somebody who sold $45 million worth of products and services. Somebody who had the licenses. And I'm an exceptional salesperson. And I got out of that business because I saw the scam. I took some of the things, but the difference is I had built a 20-year career that I can actually book on.
Where are you now?
Ma'am, you don't have the skills.
So how old are you now?
You don't have the skills. Selling is a skill. Where did you go to learn how to prospect?
Through my executive, and I've also.
In other words, you did not go to what sales school? What sales philosophy? What's your underlying sales theory?
For a next level academy where I got to listen to, really high.
So next level academy, you listened to it. You didn't go to sit down and coursework.
I did.
Ma'am, when I worked for AT&T, I was in training for 1 entire year. When I worked for MCI, I was in training for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone to Dale Carnegie, Zig Ziglar. I have over 6 million.
And the funny thing is,
excuse me, but the thing is, you don't even know what I'm talking about. I have $6 million worth of training in me before I even hit the field. What they do is they bring these women in here and they get them to, just like go to Boiler Room, go to the movie Boiler Room and look at the Giovanni Ribisi character. They get them to get these, their licenses. They pay them pennies on a dollar. And then they basically book you in like sweatshops.
Can I tell you about the business I'm in though?
I know the industry. And what they do is they get in people like this and they sell them. No, I know the industry better than you. You ain't been in but
sometimes advice.
No. You haven't sold a damn. You haven't sold a damn thing. You haven't sold a damn thing. You haven't prospected shit. So I want you to understand something. This is and why are we here? Because this is how delusional modern women have become, and they believe these lies. Ma'am, why are we here? Why are we here? Why are we here? Because at the end of the day, because instead of
Not
taking,
life.
because at the end of the day, you're going to go through life
The
living like
retirement
this.
miracle, the
You're not going
power
to
of
have the
zero,
money.
the
You're
laser
not going to
fund,
have the money.
top 25
You're
laser
not going to have the money.
with the
This woman, the
IUL,
most money this most woman this money made in 1
the
year
metal.
is the most money this woman made in 1 year was $50,000, and she thinks she's going to go from $50,000 as a property manager, a respectable middle income career that most people says I have this low end, this high end. That's the cap on
Yeah,
my life. Please.
so much.
And most people say, I don't make enough to get through life on my own. That's why other cultures be quiet or I'll get you out of here.
Okay.
Because you don't need to be talking to nobody about shit.
Actually, I do. I feel
No,
like
you don't. You're
be very
27 with 2
sensitive.
kids. You weren't even smart enough to make you said the baby just came and I wasn't even in a relationship.
Yeah.
That's enough to disqualify you
didn't-
from that's enough to disqualify you from serious consideration already. You think somebody's gonna let you be a financial planner? You can't even be a goddamn womb planner?
Well, I was young and dumb, you know.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
So who's gonna invest their money with somebody who's young and dumb?
Mm-hmm.
See, and this lesson is going to get taught whether you like it or not, because this is what gets this is what gets marketed to these women, because it's like, why don't average women get with average men? Because they think there's a pot of gold out there for them through manifestation and doing it on their own, when every other race of women know they need to stay with their men. So they can have their men's family and their family. So they can have an extended network to where when they're average, that somehow the extended family can make it work. But no, we got a bunch of baby mamas having kids.
I'm not your average baby mama.
Yeah,
I'm a mother.
Average earning baby mamas having kids with no plans and no mindset to even understand long-term financial planning. So it gets to the point to where at the end of the day, when you end up making exactly in line with what your skill sets are, what you've earned, and you don't have enough money, your kids got to take care of the shortfall. That means your kids got to stop investing in their kids' future. Your kids got to stop it. No, your kid. That's the real case scenario. What did your mother leave you?
She nothing much, because no one taught my mother.
Thank you.
So that's where I'm trying to make the change.
You can't make a
they
change.
only talk to people
You
with
can't
money.
make a change with no money.
You know, there's not a lot of financial.
You can't make a change with no
So
money.
that's what I'm trying
You can't make a change with no money. You have no money to invest.
No.
Ma'am, in order for this to work, you need to basically hit the lottery. Because in order for this to work, you got to admit, you have to get out and go to the open market and close business consistently to earn 200. Listen, ma'am, please. You have to get out into the market and earn the money to make $200,000 consistently over 10 years. 10 years minimum.
It's gonna be a lot of hard work, but I'm ready for it.
Okay, so one of her problems is that she don't want to pay attention. She don't want to learn because she's always trying to interrupt. So how can you learn when you're always trying to interrupt? You're on the platform and Kevin Summers is trying to talk to you. You have to pay attention, because Kevin Summers is actually giving you some game right here. You understand what I mean? And it's really crazy, man. It's really crazy. And trust me, what Kevin Summers said, your kids, your daughters are going to get married to a man, and the men don't want to get bothered by your elderly needs. Trust me, because they are there to build another home, just like you're building with your husband, which you are not married. You know, sorry about that. But you also have to pay attention. But you ain't paying attention, so how can you learn when you're thinking that you know it all, but you can't know it all. And it's totally different when you have a male child and when you have a female child. Over here in Africa, when you have a female child, when your female child goes to get married, they are there to build another home. They are answering another person's name as a surname. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really expect them to come right back to start building, up their old parents and stuff like that. Not like it's a responsibility, but sometimes they can help out, but it's not really like a full-time responsibility, because the men that are going to be their husband have other responsibilities as well. But when it's a male child can always come back home to take care of the parents, because he knows that he ain't going nowhere. He's going to get married, bring another woman to help him, to take care of his own parents as well. You know what I'm saying? These like priority, trying to do his best to get her to understand, to give her some games that she can start planning at this point before she gets old. But, I think it's really crazy. But go ahead and share your opinions on the comment section, because I really want to hear from you guys. What do you think? And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Still your favorite African brother reporting.